Hockey. Now, this
Hey,
is...
let's be real. You want to go to hockey now, or do you want to save hockey to the end? Because I'm Canadian, for everybody who doesn't know. I'm going to take a strong stand on it.
You can't touch a quarterback unless you're carrying a fucking pillow with you.
I'm worried me talking about this is lead you in the wrong direction of what I was hoping for. This would have the exact opposite example. Let me try one more tact here, and then we're just going to leave it up to the people to hopefully write in and give us some more to talk about here.
You're trying hard,
I
dude.
know. So listen, man. I know we briefly discussed this before. I just want to get into it just for a second. I want
What
to
are
see.
you going to bust my balls this time
I want to
for?
say it's not busting your balls. Okay. I'm not saying that this is the same about everybody. This is my personal opinion about you as a friend. I've known you a long time. Okay. I find it. Take a drink of water before I have to explain all this.
Oh, dear God.
Okay. I find it a little strange that you watch no sports at all.
No, I have no interest.
So, a couple of just preliminary questions, man. Like, we'll have some of these occasionally, folks, help you get to know us. We'll even get to know each other a little better, probably. Did you play no sports growing up?
No, I was a wrestler. I played football. I tried basketball.
You played football, you tried basketball. Okay.
I was a wrestler mostly.
Okay. Not that you can spend a lot of time watching wrestling on TV.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. I like to say it like the Southern boys, right? Wrestling. Like a little wrestle. Yeah, I mean, obviously they have state tournaments in college and stuff, but there's not a lot of...
It's an Olympic sport.
I know, but every fourth year. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
listen, no slight against wrestling. That builds strong people who are quick, and you know, it's an important sport. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the odds of watching it regularly on TV, like say a football game, is unlikely.
Right.
Right. 20 college games at least every Saturday.
Right.
So, you have no interest in any sports at all.
Dude, I used to, and they're boring, man.
That you can't encompass all these things together. That's my problem. That's why I find it strange here. That's what I want to get into. Perfect. You just summed it up. Okay, buddy. Here's my problem with it. You can't, I don't believe you should encompass all sports as boring when they're so varied. I want to get you watching a sport, committed to watching just one for a while, so you can see how, like,
Okay, let's break this down for a minute. So I'm gonna go through them.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Fucking baseball, right?
okay, unpopular opinion, fuck baseball. Okay, fuck baseball.
I've been to 2 fucking baseball games in this fucking lovely town that we're in, and I swear to God, I've fallen asleep at both of them. They're so boring. It's just fucking monotonous and bullshit. Right?
There's no argument there.
Right. Football. Now let's talk fucking football. These guys are paid millions of fucking dollars to chase a piece of pigskin around and just beat the ever-living shit out of each other.
Get to the bad part.
Right? So the bad part is it's gotten so soft now, you can't touch a quarterback unless you're carrying a fucking pillow with you because they're all fucking pansies. Right? And what is it? You're going up and down a goddamn field for how fucking long? Just chasing each other? I'm sorry, but I watch dogs do that. Fuck.
Man, you like making the dog comparison a lot.
Fucking hockey. Now this
Hey,
is...
let's be real. You want to go to hockey now, or do you want to save hockey to the end? Because I'm Canadian, for everybody who doesn't know. I'm going to take a strong stand on this.
I'm not fucking
Okay,
including
go ahead.
basketball because basketball is just a waste of fucking time, in my opinion.
Okay, so
Right? So...
baseball, no. Football, no. Basketball, no. Got it.
Right.
Okay, hockey. What's your problem with hockey?
Now, hockey, what do you go to a hockey game for? The fights, which are next to none now because they break them up so goddamn fast?
Okay,
Really?
first of all, it's getting better again. And when I say better, I mean there's been more fights the last few years.
Right.
It's trending upward. I'm happy to say.
Yeah, but that's the only reason you go to a fucking hockey game or watch a hockey game. It's just like a fucking NASCAR race. You only fucking watch for the train wrecks.
Man, listen, the fact that you'd compare the two of those shows me that you need to spend some time watching something, man. So listen, I'm obviously pro hockey, so I'm going to just defend hockey here quick. But let me touch on your first 3, okay? Look, baseball, I agree. I understand it's the great American pastime or whatever, right? Okay. Man, the season's too long. It's dull. The game takes forever.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get behind baseball. Now, you cut the baseball season by half. 162 games, I think it is. Get the fuck out of here with all that.
I didn't even know that because I don't care.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Listen, they're all athletes, I'm sure, right? This is a shit talker's opinion. If you're so soft that your sport allows you to play what would basically be every other day,
Right.
right? No problem.
Right.
And you can do that 162 times plus playoffs if you make it. Plus, come on, no. That's
Right.
you're getting hurt because you fell down or took a baseball to the head. Like,
Right.
right? I can't get behind baseball.
Oh, you slid into home plate a little hard. Oh, Buttercup. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
football, I like football. Football's a good crash and bang 'em. There's an awful lot of commercials. I'm sure everybody would agree. It's my problem with watching mostly professional sports on TV because of that. Basketball, I feel the way you did about basketball, although it's a great sport. I used to love it as a kid. I got away from it because it seemed a little prima donna-y and all the money was getting real big and all that, right?
Right.
But comparing hockey to NASCAR, brother, they are flying around a frozen sheet of ice on knives with sticks in their hands. Some of them skating like 50, 60 miles an hour, I think. I might be exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure that's what they can get up to. The guys who are really cooking.
Oh, yeah.
And then you slam into another grown man because you weren't paying attention. Like, it's high scoring most of the time. There's very few breaks compared to any other sport. Very few, right?
Now, again,
Way
tell me
less-
what's different than a fucking NASCAR. Let's start. You're flying around a track that's 200 miles an hour and slamming into somebody else, causing a train wreck.
First of all, that's the only thing that's even comparable. It's not like the skaters are going in the same circle over and over. And for the NASCAR fans out there, I know you're going to hit me up. I understand there's races where they turn right, but not a lot, right? What they're doing at that high speed is certainly athletic. There's no doubt, right? But no, you're interacting with the puck and the fans directly. And once in a while, you piss somebody off. I've never seen one of them NASCAR guys get out of the car and walk over and pick a fight with the other NASCAR guy because he didn't like getting bumped into.
Oh, you're okay.
Yes,
You're right there.
Certainly, people are watching NASCAR for the crashes. I've been to an event. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't watch it regularly, but I mean, it was a great show to go to. But back to my original point, man. Like, hockey is fast and quick, and even if you didn't pick hockey, man, it seems to me like we got to get you watching something. Like, what are you going to do in the fall?
I do other shit. I focus on other things.
Listen, if you're listening to this one, hit us up. Like, send us something trying to convince him that your sport that you think is the best is the one he should watch more of.
Yeah, and you better give me a good, compelling fucking reason because I don't like pretty much any of them.
Right. Like, I could rant about hockey all day because I'm a fan and I'm Canadian and blah, 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 right? It's close to my heart. But I'm not saying that that's the one John should choose, even though that's the one I would prefer.
Dude, don't give me this bullshit of my sports because my sport is, more athletic. These people. No, I'm not saying that they're not athletic people. Just not.
Yeah, any professional in any sport is an athletic person, right?
I don't doubt that one bit. If I tried to do any of their sports, I'd get mopped. Right? There's no question about it. I'm not in the realm. They are at high performing people. They are high performing. But at the same time, nah, dude, you do you. I'm gonna do me, and fuck you and your. I will give hockey this one thing. They don't get paid millions of fucking dollars to play that game. That they just get the shit beat out of them.
Well, here's the thing. They get paid millions of dollars. The contracts aren't what some of the big football and baseball and soccer contracts are, but there's plenty of NHLers making tens of millions of dollars, right?
But on a ratio perspective, there's a lot less of them getting paid that than what the other sports have.
Right.
Right. They are the guys in hockey that are getting paid that are the Wayne Gretzky's of the hockey. Right.
Oh, sure. But I mean, and for that matter,
The top 1%.
right. But you take like football players. I'm sure there's a fair number of football players that get the league minimum, $360,000 or whatever it is. I'm guessing. I don't know. Like, I've heard that number somewhere. I don't know how true it is, but certainly not millions.
Right.
Guys who are grinding, who drive a normal vehicle and live in a normal house with a normal family. There's a lot of those guys, right? For sure. If I knew nothing else, it's not even that, because the money thing, I do think a lot of it's overpaid. But when you look past that for the entertainment value you get out of your sport of choice, that's what you get out of it, is the entertainment of cheering for your team and rooting for them and all that, right? I'll give you the comparison that I think is the important one, is the toughness of hockey players in general as a sport. So I can give you an example, okay? You will hear of a football player that rolled their ankle, lower body injury, they're out for 2 games or they're out for the rest of the game or whatever.
Hit a quarterback
it is, right?
too hard.
Hit a quarterback too hard, he's down, right? That guy got his knee bent a little funny in the scrum, right? The line of scrimmage. Baseball players who are out with turf toe. Basketball players that have like sore lower backs and this, that, and the other thing.
Twisted ankles.
Right. And then you get, and I know this is one example, but if you look it up, there's plenty of these examples, okay? If you take Winnipeg Jets center Morgan Barron, recently got his face clipped by a skate of a player on the other team. Morgan Barron got 75 stitches and was out less than a period later.
Yeah.
If there's no other reason, that sport, those boys, they just want to go, send me in, coach.
Right. Right.
I'm not still actively bleeding now, right? Put me back in.
Yeah.
The doctor popped my eye back in. Let's go. Like, they're there to play the game. They want to play injured. They're embarrassed when they don't. If they can walk, they skate, they want to play. Like,
yeah. I'll give them that. They are the toughest out of all of them.
There's your, in my opinion, there's your reason. You should be a hockey guy, man.
But here's the problem, right? Okay. You watch sports for entertainment. Never once in my life have I ever said in my normal activities, God, I could really use a hockey player right now. Never once. Why do I give a shit? They're not that important to me.
No, that's the idea, man. It's people you don't really know that you have a connection most of the time based on geography.
Right.
Now, you're in a fortunate position, the same as I was. We're from places, so let's just talk about hockey right now, but we could talk about sports in general, right? If you don't have the professional team in your state or province or town, you kind of get to pick whoever you want. Like sometimes there's family things and you get stuck into that, right? Like there was a lot of Canadians fans in my family. I'm a Maple Leafs guy. Heated enemies, that's Packer Viking shit all the way, only way older.
Right.
That stuff will happen. But man, you could pick whatever hockey team you wanted or football team or, I mean, would you rather something else? You want to watch curling?
No.
We can get you into curling.
No.
Badminton? What do you want to watch, man? Like, the fact
Don't
that you
ask about fucking tennis, because fuck you.
man, it's popular though, man.
It's only popular because of the women in tennis. That's the only thing that makes tennis popular.
I'll just say because of the women in tennis.
Yeah.
You're talking about the attractiveness of women in tennis?
Yeah. That's the only real reason why tennis is even slightly popular.
Wouldn't you be willing to admit that that's probably the same on the other side of the coin, that I'm sure a lot of them fellas, the ladies like looking at them? Or not just the ladies, like...
You know what? I'm sure. I can't speak for them because I don't know. But yeah, sure, whatever.
Because admittedly, there's a lot of sports where the female players are a little buff.
Well, and frankly, females are just better looking than males anyway.
Well, there's no arguing that with me, buddy. Everybody's free to choose their own proclivities. But yeah, I mean...
But anyway.
Right. Whoever it is that you look at, right? I'm sure there's some of that. Well, then by that rationale, buddy, okay, let me take this a step further. Not speaking for you, but then maybe the sport to watch is figure skating.
Nope.
Them ladies are athletic and pretty great shape.
Yeah, nope.
Beach volleyball. See, this is an easy slope.
Nah, see, beach volleyball, dude, like, no, that doesn't interest me. It's just fucking boring. I'm watching the same thing over and over, especially beach volleyball, especially any volleyball, right? They're going to serve, set, and spike. Those are the 3 fucking moves.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you get. And it just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. God, shoot me in the fucking head.
That would be equivalent to boxing. It's only moving your feet and punching.
Exactly why I don't watch boxing.
So you think you think 2 grown adults
Beating the shit out of each other?
is boring.
Yeah.
You don't find that entertaining.
No.
I shouldn't even say entertaining. You don't find it fascinating? You don't want to see a fight?
No. I would rather see an MMA fight. I'd rather watch MMA than boxing.
Oh, a lot of people would say that. I agree with that. I'd probably
It's
rather
more
watch.
entertaining. It's more skill involved.
Yeah. I mean, varied trainings, all that. Yeah, sure. No, yeah, between the two, I'd probably take that over boxing, sure. Yeah.
But you're doing the same fucking thing. Most sports are just the same shit on repeat. Oh, take it back to hockey. Regular line, power play, score, beat the shit out of somebody, rinse and repeat on the other end of the fucking ice.
But if you compared this then, so let's change tacks here. Compare this to something that you don't find boring, that you're saying your problem with sports is the repetitive nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the repetitive nature of something like Minecraft, for example. Sounds
video games.
in my head, that seems like it's the same thing over and over, rinse and repeat.
No, it isn't actually.
No, it isn't actually.
No, because you change what you do all the time. You have free reign of doing whatever in the hell you want
So you don't have to go in the same direction. You could do something differently.
every time.
Handle it differently, different approach.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sports, motherfucker.
No.
We're talking around the same point here, right? That's what people, at least I believe, that's what I find fascinating about some of the sports. It's the plays and the workaround and trickery and, trying to make the things happen in your favor the best at high speed most of the time, trying not to get crashed into by another person or getting hit in the head with a ball or whatever it is, right?
That only applies to the high speed games.
Why would you watch any other game?
Football, hockey. Those are split-second decisions.
Yeah, most of the time. Sure.
Baseball's not. I mean, okay.
Sometimes.
Somebody's going to give me heat for that. Yeah, you're swinging at a fucking ball that's moving at 105 miles an hour. You got to make a pretty quick fucking decision whether to swing or not.
All right, and the ball comes at you, or you're trying to time a jump to catch one. Like, we're not saying there aren't athletes, right? It's not skilled. I know people love baseball. But it's not constant motion. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in a thing like football or hockey or something like that, right?
Right.
Lots of people crashing around. You got your head on a swivel. Baseball, you're kind of watching the location of the ball.
Now, I will say this. I've been to a pro football game.
As have I.
The electricity in the stadium, the energy in the stadium is fucking phenomenal. Right. That is a dopamine rush if I've ever had one. But that's it. The fucking watching them at home. No. Like, let me take a nap, wake up when the fucking game's done.
Man,
Every sport that I watch at home is just like that.
This is going to be a tough uphill sled. So what I'm looking for here, anybody that's listening, like I said, send us a brief but compelling reason why John should pick your favorite sport. I'm kind of curious to see what most people send, actually.
Yeah, I'm willing to take some advice. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't hang out with anybody that's fucking watching sports. We've never sat down. I've never been at your place watching the game.
Because I know you don't watch the games, whatever the game happens to be.
Right.
Right.
Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Fuck.
You're saying, so now it's here, this is where I'm trying to pin you down.
Maybe
here.
it's a social thing. I don't know.
I'm trying to pin you down here, and I'm trying to paint you into a corner where you have to say yes, and you're not helping me out much here.
Yeah, well, good luck.
So by that rationale, then, you're saying it's because you don't go to enough live sporting events or you don't get invited to enough social events where they're watching. Man, we can fix that immediately. Like, what sport do you want to go to? Like, I'll go get tickets to a hockey game right fucking now.
No, and I just don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm not interested in them. They've just all become boring to me as I've gotten older.
I'm wondering how far outside the realm of like normal. Like, would you watch cornhole on TV? Because I know it's on TV, by the way, which I think is ridiculous.
Is it really?
Leagues on like ESPN 12 or whatever. It's like probably not even that deep. I'm sure sometimes that it's regular ESPN and there's just nothing really going on because they used to use rodeo.
Cornhole?
Yeah, sponsors on their shirts. Fans.
What?
Spectators.
Of tossing a fucking beanbag?
Spectators in the cornhole game. Like, I know,
like,
man.
are they making it harder? Is it spread out further?
I don't believe. I think those distances and the weights of the bags, and it's a pretty simple game. I'm pretty sure they're using the same as equipment as everybody else. Every football field's basically the same. Baseball diamond, I'm pretty sure it's the same distance apart. And even if it was, let's say it was a hair further, how long would it take you to get used to throwing a beanbag 2 feet further? Eventually, the muscle memory would kick in, and it would be the same as if it was, a couple feet closer. Like.
Is there tactic with cornhole? Besides just being a drunken family reunion game?
I have played it plenty, and sometimes, yes. You get one that could block another person, and you throw one intentionally, hoping. But that all assumes you can throw it good. Like, I might have meant to throw it there, and it doesn't go where I meant to.
Yeah, there's that.
You know what I mean?
My aim shot.
Right. But there's professional cornholers out there.
What the fucking human race has gone down?
I'm worried me talking about this is lead you in the wrong direction of what I was hoping for here. This would have the exact opposite example. Because you look at other stuff that's crazy popular, right? And things are a little different for me. So, growing up in Canada, I only got here in my 20s, right? People watch curling. It's not crazy hugely popular, but I mean, the major like tournaments, They're on TV, sponsored by whoever.
I've seen them
Right.
on TV. Yes.
Yeah. Disc golf is big down here now. I'm sure it's big in Canada too, right? But
Yeah.
darts,
Oh, fucking shoot me.
real
Fucking
darts,
darts.
steel. I mean, but again, I know you don't, but I'm saying that they show that on TV all the time.
Yeah.
They make advertising money by having a dart league.
Yeah. No, I know guys that are in dart leagues, and I still don't understand them. They're all a little fucking cocked.
Right. Bowling is on TV.
I used to bowl. That got boring. It's the same fucking thing over and over again.
I just want to see if I can find someone. Obviously, you can hear I'm having no luck trying to push John in the direction of anything at all here. Compelling arguments only.
Fucking good luck.
Yeah. And if you have a ridiculous suggestion, badminton, like, right? If you want to go way off the deep end,
Right.
ping pong, or they call it table tennis.
Table
right?
tennis. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's got to be something. I want to even find some. I'd be even willing to get interested in some random ass sport that you actually might like. I can probably watch that, but I can't imagine what it is.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're all just time sucks. Just a waste.
Again, if you're a video game guy, which you are, which is okay. I like video games sometimes too, right? Is that not the ultimate time suck?
It can be.
It's just as productive and way less social.
Yeah, it certainly can be. I mean, I use it to shut my brain off.
Well, I admit sports probably isn't as good for that. It's not like watching a movie or playing a game, right? You are kind of involved a little bit most of the time, if you care about the team at all.
Yeah, if you give a shit, which I don't.
Right. All right. Let me try one more tact here, and then we're just going to leave it up to the people to hopefully write in and give us some more to talk about here.
You're trying hard, dude.
I know
I'll give you.
floundering. I am trying to get something here. So maybe it should be finding a sport that you can turn on that could turn off your brain. But I guess if you're not actively engaged, like I'm trying to think
why
outside
do
the
I
box
care?
here. Damn, why do you care? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that thought fizzled in the air there.
Yeah. Good try.
Yeah, no, I had a point and I lost it actually.
You were swinging for fucking.
I had something in my head and then it didn't come out in the end. There's something about the video game thing, but it's all right. I can't always have winners here. So hopefully somebody who's more eloquent than me can give you a reason to pick a specific sport. Because yeah, again, if it was something even really wacky, I'd be willing to give it a try just to see if it'd stick. Like,
Yeah, give it a shot because I just don't. I just don't.
all right, help me out, everybody. I'm not sure how I'm going to pass this. This was just a kind of side topic tangent. I thought I'd go off on here because again, it's not strange. I'm not calling you strange, buddy, but I always found it
A little odd.
unique that you watched nothing, like at all.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have people say, yeah, I don't watch anything either, man. Like, okay. Because a lot of people, well, I spend my time doing more productive shit. Well, fucking good for you.
Yeah, I do productive shit all day long. I don't need to fucking do productive shit at home.
Right. These are for the times you don't want to do productive shit, or you want to have a good excuse to sit around and have a cocktail and have a barbecue and watch the football game with your friends. Like, it's social for a lot of people.
Yeah, and maybe that's what the problem is.
Yeah, I see people come to
see
lots
no
of
fun with
games who don't care at all. Football game in the fall, they're just there to socialize. Once in a while, they look at the TV when people cheer. Like, they're not there for that.
That's how Super Bowl parties are for me. I've been to a couple. I fucking don't give a shit about the game.
I haven't cared about a team in the Super Bowl since the last time the Broncos were there. That tells you where I stand. Hey, I would say that half the people watching the Super Bowl are watching commercials.
Yeah, and even those start to suck.
That's because we're getting old and we're to the point now where we're right on the borderline of, well, back in my day,
Right.
right?
Right.
They cared about that. So,
Yep.
John and I aren't young, but we're
We're not old.
not old yet.
Not yet.
Everybody feels like that, but we're on the borderline.
Right.
I'm not over the hill, but I can see what it looks like over there, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, reach out, everybody. Help me convince John to at least watch one sport, even if it does turn out to be baseball. Consensus will win. If you can convince him to do something, I'll back it.
Yeah.
But
You better fucking try hard. You better come firing with all cylinders because it's going to take quite a bit.
well, real quick here, as always, unpopular opinion before we cut this one out. And I understand people love it, man. And I mean love it. I know guys who are deeply committed to it. I don't get ice fishing, man.
No.
I came to the Midwest and I fucking And people are telling me, oh, well, you were sitting out in a bucket. No, I've been on a bucket, leaned up next to a car, getting out of the wind, fishing through a hole. It sucked. I've been in one of the fancy like ice houses where they got TV and heat and radio and all. It's a hole in the ice. I can get fish at the grocery store. If you're using this as an excuse to get away from your family or just to get out on your own, good on you. But don't try to tell me that that's entertaining.
Yeah, we're 100% on the same fucking boat on this. I'm sorry, but if you're spending your fucking weekends ice fishing and your wife and kids are at home, you hate your fucking life. You should probably see somebody.
Oh, no, again,
Go talk to a therapist.
I know lots of people that aren't like that because I know lots of people who don't have a family at home to leave who still go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like for some people, that's certainly it, right? Lots of people do it for the love of the game,
Yeah.
right?
No, ice fishing is just fucking
I
crazy.
don't get it, man. And I want to because it's real popular here.
Mm-hmm.
It would open up a whole group of people I could hang out with who could tell me how it worked. So I just sit here with my feet on the ice and wait for the tip up to work. That's
Right.
it. Or this little tiny rod and just
Jigging. Pray to God that someone actually sees it.
stare at the ugly mug of my buddy across from me.
Yep.
And spend God knows what on little fish finders to try to find fish under the ice.
Yep.
That you're not even trying to feed yourself. It's not like you're trying to get a fish fry going, right?
No, and 9 times out of 10, you're just sitting there getting drunk anyway,
See,
trying
that-
to stay warm.
I can appreciate that part of it, right? Like if that's what it is, and fishing through the ice is a guise to get out in the wintertime when normally you'd be sequestered and hibernating. If that's the deal, be honest and tell me that. I can get behind that. Okay, that's a fancy version of sitting around your house on a Saturday night getting drunk playing cards, like,
That's an expensive fucking option.
and going out in the worst time of year, frozen cold, like.
Right.
There's no bathrooms in those. You still got to go outside and take a leak. Like
Yeah.
at home, I can just. Anyways, yes, I don't get it.
Right.
In the same note, if you want to try to convince me what I'm missing about ice fishing, feel free. Like
Yes,
I will
do it.
read it.
do it.
I have an open mind, but man, I don't get it.
You'll have to convince both of us.
Yeah, there's one to get after. If you can convince us,
You guys are half fucking crazy.
right,
Sorry.
yeah, tell me what I'm not seeing about ice fishing, because there's obviously something that I'm missing. Because,
Maybe the solitude, the quietness.
but anytime I mention it to somebody saying that I don't get it, they always talk about there with your buddies and this. And I mean, for some people, I bet you, yeah, it's the nobody around.
Yeah.
Again, I can get that at home. Like, yeah. Go out for a little while, wifey. Like, please.
Please.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to your sister's? Oh, say hello. I'll be on the couch with the dog. Okay. All right, buddy. Well, hopefully people interact. I just wanted to try to get some. I wanted to paint you into a corner on this, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Good try.
Yeah, I was hoping to put you on the spot that I could get past all your arguments, but not this time. Anyways, thanks everybody for listening. At ISAW Podcast on Instagram, isawpodcast.com for the website. That's where you can sign up and get on the email list so you know when everything's happening. And of course, if you want to send us an email, please do. Anything you got at isawpodcast@gmail.com. Anything else, John?
I couldn't say it better myself. So.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Till next time, your work keeps the world working, even though we weren't really talking about the trades today, but that's going to happen sometimes.
Right.
Sláinte, buddy.
Sláinte.